Good evening, everyone. How are you? How's everyone? I hope you're doing fine. And I hope you had a good week today, this week. Actually, we just had the live session last, I think, Monday, right? And then I uploaded something about our family trip last weekend. So for this week, I'm so happy that we were able to do two live sessions. So Monday and then today. Okay. So good evening, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, in this part of the world. So again, my name is Jocelyn P. Mangibin, a board certified behavior analyst, international behavior analyst, and a certified autism specialist. So, before I proceed to our topic for today, which you saw in our title about how to train or training tips for the female adolescents, okay, about the sanitary pads. Okay, I think that's one of the most important matters that we need to tackle, especially with the kids or the individuals that has autism and some language problem or language skills and how to express themselves and how to yeah, if they are not talking really that much or less repertoire when it comes to expressing themselves or receiving the language. All right. So before we proceed, thank you so much for your support. We are almost hitting 2,000 subscribers, so thank you. I hope you continue to share my video and you continue to also like and subscribe my channel, and we can hopefully we can roll up, we can roll up until such time that we can meet more families, and we can also help more families and individuals that has autism. All right, not just autism, actually, even some kids that has behavior problems, also some of the individuals that has this kind of skills deficit in many aspects of their lives. So again, we are tackling about applied behavior analysis. It is actually a natural science. It is a scientific approach in which we are manipulating the environment so that we can see what are the variables that directly affect your child's behavior, or what are the reasons behind why they are not doing this, so we can see what are the variables that directly affect on that specific behavior. It could be positive or negative, so let's see. All right, so it really depends. And we are taking data, we are doing observations so that we can see from the data that we took, we can do our decision making and if we need to change the interventions or not. Okay, so let me jump to our topic for today, and which I think very important, especially for the parents who has some kids that has having that is having problem with the pads, okay, the sanitary pads. So excuse me guys for the boys, I'm just gonna discuss about the female sanitary pads for now, which I think is very important because it's one of the necessities in our daily lives or in our growing lives, growing physical, okay, in the part of physical. All right, so I would really say that there's no such thing as specific age on which the lady will have the period, okay, the menstrual period. But the moment the child have the period or the girl has the period, that's the time you will really realize, okay, you need to use the pads, right? But in my case, I'm not saying that this will be effective to yours, okay? Just a disclaimer. Whatever I'm saying here are the scientific approach that we use for some clients, and of course for my daughter as well, because it's very important for you to know what are the techniques that we've been using, and you can also try it, okay? And it depends on the level of your child. It depends if your child has physical problems, okay, aside from really the behavior that he doesn't, or sorry, she doesn't want to wear the sanitary pad. So let's say that our target now is wearing the sanitary pads, okay? So we focus on that. How do we shape it? Okay, in my case, as a parent, as a mom of one daughter, what I did was like few years back, like before the adolescent age, like 7, 9, like that. Before that, I was like exposing her slowly, verbally, with the things that she will have in the future. Like, for example, she saw the pad that I was buying from the grocery. So slowly, I'm not keeping it from her. Slowly, I was just exposing her, this is a pad. Female use this for a purpose because we have something in our body. So I just explain it in a very shallow manner, okay? I'm not using very deep words. I'm just saying we're gonna use this, and in the future, soon you're gonna use it as well. So I'm not making it like a big deal. I'm just saying it's normal. I'm acting as normal. I'm saying it as normal, and it's like naturally, I'm just teaching her naturally verbally, and then I'm showing the pad, and then later on, when I noticed that there are some changes on her body, what I did, like when I'm using the pad, I'm showing it to her, like modeling. Okay, this is how you do this and this and this and that. Okay, so it's just like normal pattern or normal routine for me before, a few years back, before she had her first period. Now, the moment she had the first period, to be honest, it's just really quick. Okay, so now, what if you haven't trained your child and your child is now having the period, and you're having problem with how to train your child, and especially with the kids that has autism and has sensory problem, right? So sometimes there are really kids that has this kind of a sensory thing in their body that they don't want other what's it called this materials, okay? So in some point in my therapy life, I was able to handle an adolescent, and it's very, very crucial that we need to train her, because in some point she stopped using the pad. Okay, so she was using before, and then something happened. To be honest, I'm really not sure what happened at home, but something happened, and then she stopped using it. So we took the analysis, like we took the observation, we did observations, and we had this kind of like philosophical doubt, like what happened at home. So we talked to the mom, and then the mom is saying she's just with the nanny and something like that. So we don't want to give any conclusions. All right, so the important thing is for the child, or for the girl, the lady, to wear the pad, because she was 20 that time, or 18, something like that. Anyway, so of course I cannot disclose the name, okay? So in that point, I research on the articles, what are the shaping procedures and things like that. Of course, we will do the shaping procedures, which is very, very essential. So I started checking what happened. Like I'm observing. The moment she sees the pad, she screams and she hits. Okay, so in this scenario, probably in my mind, probably she got punished before, that she had the history, that the moment she saw that, something happened inside, like she doesn't want the texture, or she doesn't want to wear the pad, and then when she hits, people will back off. Okay, so that is escape, right? But since this is very essential for life, it is very important. So we had a deal with the mom that before she has the period, so of course our cycle is 28 days, right? So before she has the period, we need to shape her. Okay, so during the time that she has a period, on that time that she was not wearing, she stays at home only because we don't want her to mess up in the center and we don't want her to be embarrassed, okay, in front of the people. So we just want her to be safe at home and then stay there. And then after the period, which is only like 4 to 5 days, so 1 week, she will stay at home. And then after that, we will start training. So we start training on that. And I started only showing, the panty liner like that, not even going to the toilet. I started with that. I just put it in front of her on the table, even playing with something, playing with the table, what do I call this, board game, okay? The board game. We're just pretend because I'm just settling her with the presence of that pad or even the panty liner. So I just put it there. So at first she was like that. She doesn't want. But I said it's okay. I just put it here and we're just playing. So I shaped her by the presence of that sanitary pad in front of her, not even in the toilet. Okay, so I just put it in front of her and then we played, oh, that's nice, tolerating the pad, look. And then later on, after a few days, she was fine. Of course, I was reinforcing her with her favorite food and she loves attention as well. So both food and then attention. So few seconds, I'm giving attention and then after the timer, beep, 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 beep for 1 minute or 2 minutes, I give the food. Okay, and so after that I faded out the game. Okay, so faded out the game and then just sit there and then just be with her. Same thing, the panty liner was on top of the table, just talking to her. And then sometimes I'm writing, she was just sitting. And then the timer beeps and then I give the food. So that means she's not pushing it anymore. Now then I transferred it to the toilet. All right. She's using the toilet, but the moment she saw the thing, she would not. Okay. So what I did, because she mastered on the table the presence of that panty liner, then I went to the toilet. Okay, toilet time. I didn't ask her to use it or things like that. Just she used the toilet, or I just said wash your hands, and then I just put the sanitary the panty liner on top of the sink. That's it, just in the presence. So what I did was generalization of the place. Okay, the same scenario, I'm doing something, but the panty liner was on top. Okay, so in that point, it's very very important for us to check the precursors of the behaviors, okay? Because sometimes we mistakenly, like, we forgot to observe, okay? So you need to observe, okay, it's coming, so you need to be proactive, all right? So in that point, she was fine. And then suddenly after a few days again, she was fine doing that on top. Then I asked her to sit on the bowl, because of course that's the first time you need to sit on the bowl, and the step by step. So it really depends on how you wrote your task analysis. Okay, so please write down the steps that you want to target with your child, and then tick which one your child has already been mastered. Okay, so again, it really depends on what level your child is. Remember, this client of mine, she started even from the table. Okay, so I just um, put it on top of the table, and then we slowly moved to the toilet. Now when we came to the toilet, it was just a panty liner, and then when I opened the panty liner, I just let her like touch the strip, like do this like that modeling, and then she touched, and then I reinforced. That's it. Kalas, let's go. Let's move on to the next part, okay? And then the next day again, touch it, and that's it. And then later on, I made her wear it. Okay, so step by step by step. And then in the wearing, of course, you will start with pulling down the pants, and then you will put the pad. So it will be step by step. Okay, and then after putting the pad and then putting it on, and so on and so forth, until such time I transferred it, I made it into the real sanitary pad, which I think she doesn't want the thick ones. So I suggested to the mom to really bring only the thin ones, but real sanitary pad this time, not the panty liner only. And then when she started wearing it, I don't miss reinforcing actually. So I don't give demand because she doesn't like demands. So I don't give demands, and I give her food because she loves food. So we walk around, I give her attention. So from time to time, when she's wearing, the moment she's wearing the pad, all the reinforcements are available for her because that's our target. Okay, so after that I fade out the reinforcer until such time she's wearing it. So it's very very important for us to observe again your child. Again, you need to be your child to be assessed, okay, properly. What are the words that she or he can utter, and what is the level of your child, okay? So it depends on the availability of the resources at home, but I'm pretty sure that your child should have reinforcers, okay? And if ever you're having trouble with the sanitary pads for your female adolescent, then might as well have a specific reinforcer for that training only. Which means when you are not doing the training for sanitary pad, that reinforcer is not available anywhere in any environment. Okay? But if you are training in whatever level you are in that specific training, as long as it's connected to your sanitary pad training, then that reinforcer should be available. You can have like 3 or 4 options of the reinforcers. It's okay. Just make sure that you negotiate first what you want to work for, what you want to have after this. Okay? And then give instruction. Wear your pad. Even if like you're just pretending to wear or touch the pad, okay? Open it, something like that. So every time you got like a specific action that you're doing on that specific level, then do the clear instruction. All right? So again, generalization is very important. So what I did was from the table before going to the toilet. Okay, and then afterwards another lady, female therapist, so came to do the program, so that it will be generalized with other people. Okay, so other places, other people, those are very very important. Now in some point while you're training, for example, you are already in the pulling up of the pants and she can tolerate, and then in one day something happened, like she could not do the pulling up of pants, or she's not non-compliant or something, like whatever situations that you cannot hit the target for that day, which was mastered. Okay, it's okay, give yourself time, give her time, back off a little bit for the previous step. Okay, but you don't reinforce. Okay, just back off a little bit, like one step back. Okay, if she just needs to touch it, okay, touch, but don't reinforce, because you already reinforced the higher level. Okay, so please review the task analysis that I already did before. I have a video about task analysis and what are the prompts. So I will put the link about task analysis, prompts, and the functions of the behavior, of course, and what else? I think that's the most important Those are the most important links that you need to review: task analysis, prompts, and the the functions of the behavior. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I am so happy that I can reach more parents now, educators, and some friends, of course. If you think this video is very helpful, please do share this video. And if you have questions, please do comment down below. Again, last time I said that three parents will be having a free Zoom with me if you comment below. So I think it was a little bit late when I posted it. So I hope this time you will catch it. I'm still waiting for the three parents, okay? So first three parents who will comment down below about our topic or any questions or any appreciations is fine. Feedback, whatever it is. Please comment down below and then I will send you PM or direct message so that we can have our Zoom and we can have this more conversation about applied behavior analysis. This will be very helpful for you guys. Okay, I am editing a very cool video for this morning. I just, not this morning, this kind of lunchtime. And after that, I'm gonna post it. Okay, so it's a short meeting with a friend of mine, but it was very fun and fantastic time with my friend. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified on the next videos. Okay, so if you have questions, don't forget. Bye. Thank you so much. God bless you all.